What's up? What's up? What's up, family? Hey, man, welcome back to the channel for all those who are subscribed. Hey, y'all know I appreciate your viewership. Y'all are one of the ones that keep this channel going. And if you are new, welcome. And this is No Cap Fragrance Reviews, where I keep it 100%, 100% of the time. I give it to you straight, no chaser, no cap, just like some of my testers. Hey, if that's what you're looking for, something must have caught your attention. Hopefully, I can keep it. And for those of you who are returning, y'all already know what time it is. It is my sense of the day. Yep, this is where I go down the entire week of what I wore, my sense of the day, and let y'all know it's normally something that I previewed earlier in the week, or in this case, a little while ago, and giving y'all an update on how they performed, if they're worth adding to your collection, when to wear them, all the essential things. And right now, we're at about 930 subscribers, I think, and we're well on our way to 1,000. And we will be doing another giveaway when we hit 1,000. So hey, share this, and like it and get it out there, and see if we can go ahead and build this to 1,000 so we can do this giveaway. Because I know everybody likes free shit. I know I do. So hey, I look forward to it, man. But we're gonna jump right into what we got this week, or what we wore last week or whatever. And this time we got like 6 phrases because I started on Sunday. So if you, like I said, watch my previous videos, you see when I introduced this bad boy right here from Fragrance World. It's one of the Bodicea, the Victorious knockoffs, dupes, Green Sapphire, and yeah, the other two were bangers. Y'all seen the video, and I was like, this one's good, but it's not quite giving what the other ones did. But now I gotta say this. It grew on me. Now, when I sprayed it on that day, kind of checked it out. So on that Sunday, it was a bit of a warmer climate day. You know how I'm in Atlanta, so this thing's going back and forth. We don't know whether we in fall or summer, fall, purgatory, winter. I don't know what the hell we got going on sometimes. But the temperature rose to about 80 degrees that day. So I was like, because I kind of felt this is like a spring, early fall type fragrance. Probably can actually get away with it some in the summer. So I decided to go ahead and give it a spray that day. And I gotta say, I enjoyed it. It kind of changed up that airiness with that violet. And just a little reminder on the notes. The notes are raspberry and violet leaf and saffron in the top, with middle notes of cashmere, pine needles, and base notes of cedar, atlas cedar, and sandalwood. So it's a very woody, the pine needles and everything. I mean, it is a woody fragrance with a little bit of sweetness in the top, a little spiciness with the saffron. I'm gonna get a little reminder of how it opens. Yeah, I mean, it's actually powdery as well, like spicy, powdery. The violet up top gives it that little touch of, I'm not sure what it is. It's woody and powdery. It's very aromatic. You know what I'm saying? It did good. The heat brought out that little pine needle accord. It has that greenness in it that is welcomed in the heat. If you don't like powdery scents, this may not be your jam. I know I initially said this is one of the most masculine, which it is. It's not powdery in a way like lipstick bag, powdery, iris type note. That's not the case. And there's no vanilla in here. But I'm gonna tell you, I said this in a previous video, that I have learned that I am a big fan of cashmere and cashmere woods. Actually, the violet sapphire has cashmere wood in it also. When this settles down and you get all that woodiness, the saffron and that cashmere, it's just pleasant on your skin, man. I didn't get, like maybe a compliment or anything, but I enjoyed wearing it. I'm pretty sure this could garner compliments. I didn't overspray it either, but you can for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Get it to push a little more because the projection is kind of mild. You know what I'm saying? 1 to 2 feet tops, maybe for the first hour, hour and a half. After that, it's more so of a bubble and sillage or whatever. Um, be good for, during the day, maybe if you're going to some kind of day party or event. This is actually, you can actually dress it up a little bit for a daytime situation. You know what I'm saying? If you got a daytime date or whatever, this could work. Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling it. I not saying everybody would. Not gonna say it's blind buy worthy, but if you want to spend a little $20 or something, you won't be disappointed if you go and get that. I say 20. It's actually, I think I found it was around $30 or something. So hopefully it'll go down. You can maybe find it on Amazon at some point. I'll link it in the description to give y'all the best price on it. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Not gonna spend a lot of time on each one because, like I said, I have 6 of these boogers, so we got to get through them as fast as we can. Next up was on Monday. The temperature dropped a little bit, and if y'all seen this one too before, I was a little skeptical. I was looking forward to it. Then once I sprayed it on, first impressions, I was like, but wait a minute, it's not what I think they said it was. I didn't get the good cardamom and all that kind of stuff, and I was belly aching a little bit. But that morning when I sprayed it on for work, went ahead and gave it a try. I want to say I got a different vibe, y'all. It takes about, let it settle in for about 30 minutes or so. I mean, right off first blast, the notes of this is cinnamon, nutmeg, coffee, um, cinnamon, nutmeg, coffee, and cardamom. So that blend right there, you get the smooth coffee. And I realized that this cardamom, I believe, it may not be cardamom like Alana weed, the loam, and stuff like that. I think it's green cardamom, which still gives it this nice, airy, spicy quality or whatever. And like I said, the coffee comes off a little chocolatey, but it transformed. It got denser. It worked very. It definitely a fall wintertime fragrance because the coolness made it perform a little more. It kind of brought it out. I was definitely getting wafts of it. And they were pleasant, and I'm like, okay, that nutmeg. It still gave me that little bit of sweetness, not like overly sweet, like when I explained calling it like sweet potato pie sweet, which is if you just do nutmeg and cinnamon and everything, it's not a ton of sugar, brown sugar in there and everything. Sweet potato pie is not like an overly sweet dessert. And that's kind of what it was in the vein of that with a cup of coffee. I still stand by that. It was pleasant. It was pleasant. If you like spicy type fragrances, cardamom, and it does project for the first 2 hours, nice projection or whatever, longevity. I'm pretty sure I smelled this till I got off, and that's like 8-10 hours later, especially spraying on clothes. So it did give me that kind of longevity. Oh, and I'm sorry, the green sapphire. It gave me about 7 hours. I know it gave me about 7 hours, and I didn't overspray it. You know what I'm saying? If I had really sprayed it on, I'm sure it would have gave me more than that. But it was definitely solid performer. All right, moving on to Tuesday. I couldn't wait too much longer. You know what I'm saying? The anticipation when I sprayed this on. Like I said, a lot of these, my first impressions was just kind of like, okay, they got all this hype on this fragrance and it's good, but it wasn't outstanding. And that's this right here. FOMO, Gary's Den, fear of missing out. And I told y'all, if you don't get this, I don't feel you're really missing out on anything. But I may recant it a little bit. Now, though I don't feel like the DNA for Dior Homme Parfum is probably the greatest fragrance out. Like some of the frag heads are saying, I stand on that. It's not the best fragrance ever, whatever. But it is a solid DNA that if you are in this community and you enjoy fragrance and try new things, if you're just someone who's looking for a nice fragrance to mass appeal and, for different events and stuff like that, and, if you are casual fragrance wearer, this is definitely, I stand by, this is not something you must have in your collection. But if you are someone similar to me, almost frag head or frag head, then this is a DNA you would like to experience. It is. It is. And it got better the next day. Actually, the day I tried it, because y'all got to understand, first impressions are first impressions. I'm not doing the takes where I'm actually sitting here smelling it for an hour and still talking or whatever. First impressions are within this first 10, 15 minutes or however long this video is. So that's what I'm giving you when I actually do a first impressions. And that's how I was feeling right then. So now 30 minutes into the fragrance, after it gets to the mid, and I'm like, well, damn, okay. This thing here is doing what they say it does. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. So again, just to bring y'all up to date, I'm actually looking at Gary's Den's note this time. Last time I went and gave y'all the Dior Parfums Accords and notes. So Gary's Den's says woody, aromatic, amber, powdery, iris, earthy, warm, spicy, musky, lavender, and patchouli are the accords. So the notes in the top, you get lavender and bergamot. Middle notes, you get iris, labdanum, cardamom, coriander. In the, I accidentally hit on coriander. Okay, didn't try to do that. That's what happens when your laptop is a touch screen. Oh, come on. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Bottom notes are vetiver, patchouli, vanilla, amber, musk, and cedarwood. Now, the iris is ever so prominent. The lavender makes it aromatic. You get a touch of that bergamot, not much. Just a little citrus in the background. It is very pleasant, and people around you smell it and enjoy it. I asked my wife, I was like, do you think this is a date night or like a dress it up type, suit tie outfit type thing? She said date night. And so that let me know that you think it's, smells good enough to be like cuddled up, cozy date night situation. You know what I'm saying? You can pull something or whatever. But you can also dress this up with a suit if you go into like a, some kind of dinner party or something. I really feel that way. Longevity, projection, actually, man, it starts to really kick after 30 minutes. Projection is a couple of hours at least, maybe 3. It projects. Nice CIH. I did get 2 compliments on this one, and both compliments came after about 7 hours in at least. I walked by somebody and they was like, they know me as wearing fragrances, and it's like, now what's that one? And I told them, what I'm saying, what it was. Like, man, that smells good. Then I walked by another person, they was saying, bruh, you smell amazing. Absolutely smell amazing. And I was surprised because I was still smelling it, but not to the point of thinking someone else was gonna smell like that. So that just lets you know, like I said, these people were passing by. It wasn't projecting, but that's the CIH that this one was giving off. So if you're in the community, you'll do yourself well to pick this up. I may actually even look into picking up another one. Not sure if it'll be the Frag Hats Asylum or the one that can't remember the name of it, but it's supposed to be kind of a dupe of Grand Soir. But I have the Amber Eve Grand Soir clone or whatever, so I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go on that. Which one y'all want to smell? Let me know. So Wednesday, that's where we at. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and kick this up. Wednesday, I went on and threw this book on for y'all, man. Well, I was ready to see if it was gonna do what I was hoping it would do, and that is this one right here. The clone of Dior's Fave Delicieux. You have Frenetic Delicious from Paris Corner or Pandora Scents. Yeah. And let me say, y'all, I'm still kind of waiting on this one to be what I really, really want it to be. It was a nice wear. I enjoyed it. I, like, again, wore it, in a cooler weather type situation. And it did good. I mean, it isn't a heavy projector right off. I can't wait to let this macerate a little more and see if I get a little something more out of it as this bottle really settles into its own, because it has already changed up some. Yeah. The accords are sweet vanilla, amber, warm, spicy, aromatic, cacao, caramel, cherry, lactonic, and lavender. So when I talked to y'all the first time, I was a little bit disappointed in not getting as much sweetness as I thought people were saying was in this. Like from the top, like I said, first impressions was the first few minutes. I say after about 25 minutes, the sweetness started to come through. Now, in the beginning, you have that lavender, mint, bergamot. You get that little sour cherry from the middle notes and the fresh out, whatever. All those floral and a little bit of that cherry and the lavender and mint stuff gave it a little spiciness. That's what you got in the top. A lot of the mint and cherry, sour mint, cherry, and it was cool. But I will say, like I said, about 25, 30 minutes in, the lactonic creaminess, it got a little denser. I started getting hints of that sweetness coming from the vanilla tonka and the caramel. Once it settled all the way down, it's very delightful. It's woody and sweet and creamy. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, when it settled down after it turns into like a scent bubble scent or whatever, um, and it lasted on my skin. I can still smell it. I think about 8 hours. So I can't say it didn't win much longevity. It's just the projection ain't coming off like that I feel right now. But it gave me feels after it settled down of a little bit of Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. Now, people want to quote you on something saying that, oh, he's saying it smells like just like Tom. No, I'm not saying, but that lactonicness and that sweetness, like, you got the coffee note in the Tom Ford. Well, that caramel and pralines with the milk kind of plays into that type of sweetness. And then just like with the Tom Ford, it has a little spiciness with it too, with the leather accord. Like this one has leather in it also. So it's not crazy for me to say. I mean, I had sprayed that on one day and I still had that lingering. And I was like, wow, that kind of similar. I had sprayed Tom Ford Noir Extreme on. And I had this on for a minute, like it was settling down, but it was still there. And I was like, damn, that is similar. And hey, I stand by that. It's similar. Anyway, solid fragrance. Moving on to Thursday. I pulled this out right here. Beast mode. I'm telling y'all. I mean, the jury's out. I may get 9 p.m. at some point to compare them, or if I get a decant of 9 p.m., or if some of y'all got 9 p.m. and y'all want me to compare the two, then that would work great too. I'm not asking you to do it, but if someone has 9 p.m. and want to see how this compares and want to see what I think about how they compare, I would love to do it. But as it stands right now, this is absolutely Ultramall banger because I wore Ultramall along with it. And as y'all seen, even the full wearing, the only difference was slight difference in quality of the pear, like the juiciness of the pear. But even right now, it is mouth watering with that pear note. And it lasted at least 10 hours on clothing as well as on skin. If I'm not mistaken, I was still smelling this when I got ready to take a shower that night before I went to bed after putting this on that morning around 6 o'clock. I'm just being honest. I don't need anything else to perform any better. Like if 9 p.m. does perform better than that, then okay. But this smells exactly like Ultramall, and it gave me great performance as well as projecting off my skin. Um, I'm trying to think if I got complimented off this. I feel like somebody told me this smelled nice. I think they actually smelled it. Like, I let them smell it on me. But anyway, yeah. There's no more to say about that. That is a banger. That is worth its weight. It did great. And all that good stuff. What was that? Thursday? All right. Friday. Pulled this one right here out. And this is going to go ahead and wrap it up. And you know what this is. This is the Tobacco Vanille clone. This is Just Jack Tobacco Leaf. And bruh, definitely got a compliment on this. Again, I was at work and passing by somebody. Actually, when I, at work sometimes when I'm going through, I see, people I know. It was a a lady that worked there, and she's an older lady. She always give me a hug or whatever. I gave her a hug, and she's like, "Oh boy, you smell good." So that was one of the compliments. I know how older people be, but that was this right here, the Just Jack. It projected. It had a sillage. It does everything people say it does. If you can find this, go ahead and pick it up. I will link it. FragranceBuy.ca, where I got this one. At that point, they did have 100 mil as well as 50 mil, so they may still have them. It definitely has the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille DNA with just a slight more fruitiness and everything. It's like those Accords just come out more. It's like I said before, it's not as linear as the other one. It's very pleasant off your skin. If you enjoy tobacco scents, pipe tobacco, and all that kind of stuff, then this is gonna be your jam right here. I really feel like I should have got the 100 ml. So there you have it on that. But anyway, those were my scents. Please drop below, comment below, not drop below. Comment below and let me know what's your scent of the day. Let me know what you was rocking and all that good stuff, or what you think is great right now. Something that I may haven't put my nose on or not in my radar right now, which I have some things coming up that you guys are going to enjoy. And hey, if you're in this rabbit hole of fragrances, calm down. I'm trying to myself. I got to pump my brakes a little bit. Find myself kind of going in a lot. So I enjoy this hobby and everything. I love to hear you guys' feedback. I love putting y'all on to great stuff and all that. And yeah, I'm enjoying being in this community. So like I said, continue to like, comment, get this out to as many people as you can. And hopefully we get to 1,000 soon and we get that giveaway going. Anyway, y'all, deuces.